There are places on this planet that defy easy description, too vast, too teeming with life, and too different from our everyday world to fit into simple words. These are places where the boundaries between land, water, and sky seem to blur, and where nature's creativity is on full display. The Pantanal is one such place, an ecological marvel and the world's largest tropical wetland, tucked away in the heart of South America, mostly within Brazil, but stretching into Bolivia and Paraguay as well. It may not be as famous as the Amazon rainforest, but the Pantanal holds a magic all its own, a quiet grandeur that reveals itself to those willing to look a little closer. Unlike dense jungles, the Pantanal is an immense open floodplain, a living mosaic of grasslands, winding rivers, and scattered forests that transforms dramatically with the seasons, each bringing its own spectacle. Imagine a landscape so flat and expansive that the sky feels endless. A place flooded for half the year, creating a shimmering shallow sea dotted with islands of green. During the wet season, water stretches as far as the eye can see, reflecting clouds and sunlight in a breathtaking display. Its name comes from the Portuguese pantano, meaning swamp, but that hardly does it justice. The Pantanal is a vibrant, ever-changing world, bursting with life at every turn. This is a dynamic, breathing ecosystem, pulsing with the rhythm of the rains. Each year, the cycle of flooding and drying shapes the land and the lives of the creatures that call it home. To visit is to step into a world governed by the rise and fall of water, a place where nature puts on its most extravagant show and where every day brings new surprises. I came here out of curiosity, drawn by stories of elusive jaguars and flocks of birds so vast they seem to block out the sun, creating living clouds above the wetlands. The reality is even more astonishing. A place that engages all your senses, from the earthy smell of the air to the constant chorus of animal calls, the splash of caimans, and the flutter of wings overhead. The Pantanal is more than a destination. It's an experience that changes you, reminding you of the sheer scale and wonder of our planet and the delicate balance that sustains such wild beauty. So, come along, at least in spirit, on an exploration of this enchanting wetland, where adventure and discovery await at every turn. It's a journey into the wild heart of Brazil, a place of unforgettable sights and sounds, and one you'll never forget. Getting to the Pantanal is an adventure, a gradual peeling away of modern life, where every mile takes you further from the ordinary and deeper into the unknown. Most journeys begin in bustling cities like Cuiabá or Campo Grande, where the comforts of civilization are still close at hand. Soon, you leave the city behind, following roads that become less paved and more wild, the landscape shifting with every passing kilometer. The Transpantaneira Highway appears, a raised dirt track stretching into the horizon, punctuated by over 100 rickety wooden bridges that creak and sway beneath your wheels. Each clatter and jolt takes you deeper into the wild, a reminder that you're leaving the familiar far behind. The scenery transforms. Urban sprawl gives way to sprawling cattle ranches, then to open wilderness. Wildlife begins to emerge. Capybaras amble by the roadside, unfazed by your presence. Caimans bask in the sun on muddy banks, their prehistoric forms a sign you've entered a different world. The air thickens with humidity, heavy with the scent of wet earth, wildflowers, and something ancient that lingers in the breeze. You slow down, noticing the electric flash of a kingfisher darting over the water, the delicate web of a spider glistening in the morning light, and the slow, deliberate plod of a jabiru stalk through the marsh. This is not a place to rush. It's a place to absorb, to let the wildness seep into your senses. Arriving at your lodge, the noise of traffic fades away, replaced by the symphony of birds and insects that fill the air. You're surrounded by a vast expanse of nature, a humbling, awe-inspiring feeling that reminds you how small you are in this immense landscape. The journey in is more than just a transfer. It's a decompression chamber, slowly preparing your mind and spirit for the wonders and surprises that await in the heart of the Pantanal. Your first full day in the Pantanal is an assault on the senses, in the best way. You wake to a wild orchestra howler, monkeys roar, birds squawk and sing, a soundscape both chaotic and harmonious. Step outside and the morning light paints the wetlands gold and pink, mist hanging low over the water. Everywhere there's movement. Egrets take flight, capybaras graze, caimans bask nearby. Predator and prey coexist in plain sight. The drama of nature unfolds before your eyes. Unlike other wild places, here wildlife is everywhere. Giant anteaters shuffle by, coatis scurry, otters play in the water. You're not just an observer, you're immersed in the ecosystem, the air you breathe, the ground you walk, shared with jaguars, macaws, tapirs. It's a humbling realization. You're part of something much larger and older than yourself. The Pantanal doesn't just show you nature, it makes you feel it in your bones. To truly experience the Pantanal, you must take to the water. A boat trip on Achalana glides you into the arteries of this wetland kingdom. The river is a wildlife highway. Capuchin monkeys peer from trees, turtles bask on logs, birds dazzle at every turn. Hyacinth macaws fly in pairs, kingfishers dart, herons and storks stand poised for the hunt. Beneath the surface, fish ripple and caimans glide, giant river otters play and call, filling the river with energy. Drifting at sunset, the water turns to gold, and the sounds of day give way to the chorus of night. The engine cuts, and you float in silence, broken only by water lapping and nightjars calling. In these moments, the scale and peace of the Pantanal truly sink in. You feel as if you're drifting through a world unchanged for millennia. For many, the ultimate Pantanal encounter is with the jaguar, the largest predator in the Americas, and a true icon of wild beauty. Its presence here is both elusive and legendary, drawing travelers from around the world in hopes of a rare sighting. The search is an adventure, by boat, deep into remote wetlands, scanning riverbanks for signs. Each bend in the river brings new anticipation as the landscape teems with hidden life and the promise of discovery. Guides read the land, tracks in mud, nervous monkeys, sudden bird flights. Every clue is a piece of the puzzle, revealing the jaguar's secretive world. Anticipation builds with every shadow and rustle. The air is thick with suspense, as if the entire wetland is holding its breath. Then suddenly, onka! There on the riverbank is the jaguar. The moment is electric, a flash of wildness made real. Its power and beauty are breathtaking. Spotted coat shimmering, eyes alert, every muscle poised. It radiates strength and mystery. It may rest in the shade or stalk with silent grace, utterly at home. Watching it move, you sense the ancient rhythms of predator and prey. To witness a jaguar in the wild is deeply moving, a reminder of what's at stake if we fail to protect these places. The experience lingers, stirring a sense of awe and responsibility. In that moment, the jaguar is more than an animal. It's the spirit of the Pantanal, a living symbol of untamed wilderness and resilience. You're not just an observer, but a privileged guest in its kingdom. The jaguar's world is vast, ancient, and humbling. The encounter may be brief, but its impact lasts a lifetime. The memory becomes a treasure, a story to share and cherish. It's a moment of pure wildness, connecting you to the heart of nature and reminding us all of the wonders that still exist, waiting to be protected. The Pantanal is also home to people, the Pantaneros, cattle ranchers who've adapted to the floodplain's rhythms. Their culture is as much a part of the Pantanal as the wildlife. Life here is dictated by water. Cowboys in the dry season, moving herds to higher ground when the rains come. Their deep knowledge of the land is passed down through generations, woven into daily life. They respect nature, knowing their survival depends on it. Conservationists by necessity. Visiting a Pantanero ranch, you share meals, hear stories, and experience a grounded way of life. The Pantaneros are guardians of this place, showing how humanity and nature can coexist. Their presence is essential for the Pantanal's future. Dawn and dusk in the Pantanal are grand symphonies of light and sound. Waking before sunrise, you're greeted by a cool mist and the tentative notes of the dawn chorus. As the sun rises, the chorus swells. Chachalacas, troupials, howler monkeys, all blending into a living soundtrack. The wetland awakens, birds flock, caimans move, the world stretches for the day ahead. Dusk brings a spectacle of color, fiery skies reflected in still waters, a gentle breeze rustling the grasses. Daytime animals settle, nocturnal creatures stir, the sounds shift to crickets and frogs. As the sun disappears, stars fill the sky, brilliant in the unpolluted air. To stand in the Pantanal at dawn or dusk is to feel the earth's rhythm. It's a daily cycle of life, death, and renewal in its most spectacular form. For all its wildness, the Pantanal is fragile. its pulse of flood and drought vulnerable to distant changes. Deforestation and agriculture upstream can disrupt the delicate flood cycle, threatening habitats and biodiversity. Local pressures, expanding agriculture, pesticides, infrastructure, and poaching also pose risks. The Pantanal is a living landscape, not a fenced park. People and nature must coexist. Thankfully, conservation efforts are growing. Sustainable ranching, responsible tourism, and community involvement. Ecotourism provides economic incentives to protect wildlife. When a living jaguar is worth more than a poached one, the future brightens. Your visit can help fund conservation and show the value of preserving this ecosystem. The Pantanal reminds us how interconnected our world is. Our choices matter, even from afar. Protecting it means safeguarding a vital life support system for generations to come. Leaving the Pantanal is bittersweet, a return to comfort but a sense of loss for the wildness left behind. But you don't leave empty-handed. You carry the Pantanal in your memory and heart. The image of the jaguar, the sound of howler monkeys, the peace of a silent river at dusk, these stay with you. Travel here changes your perspective, reminding you of the world's vastness and beauty. It creates a deep connection to nature and a sense of responsibility to protect it. You become an ambassador for wild places, inspired to keep exploring and respecting the rhythms of nature. The world is full of wonders, each journey deepening our understanding of the planet we share. Let's promise to travel with curiosity and respect, leaving places better than we found them. The Pantanal's beauty is precious and fragile. Its future depends on our care. Let its memory inspire us to celebrate and protect the natural world wherever we are.